Hi, I'm Jim Ficzere. I'm the General Manager for Joy Global in Canada, and we have branches all throughout Canada to support the mining industry. Joy Global manufactures and support mining equipment for the underground, the surface, and hard rock industries. So we participate anything from potash and coal, hard rock minerals, gold and silver, and then of course oil sands in Canada is very important, and then the mainstays of copper, etc. Customers in Canada are pretty varied, so we go all the way from iron ore in Labrador City and a couple of big customers there, Arcelor and Rio Tinto or IOC. We go west over to the potash industry in Saskatchewan and the uranium industry. We head further west in the oil sands and Fort McMurray, extremely important to us. South in the coal, thermal coal, and of course in British Columbia, copper and met coal throughout there. So our customers are any big consolidated miners like Teck, and then smaller customers that are in the hard rock industries. And so we deal with any movement of ore, whether it's blasting, to movement of the ore from rope shovels to loaders to conveyors, and then the underground products as well. The service would differ in terms of the type of product service, but the needs of the customers are bottom line. It's productivity, reliability, and really lowest cost per ton. And that's always been the focus on the customers, but definitely in the last 24 months with the cash flow concerns of the customers, they're very focused on reducing CapEx and OpEx. And so there's even more pressure for customers where they can delay service. They're definitely doing that or delaying parts. Our job is to make sure to say, hey, here's what's going on with your equipment, here's what needs to be considered, and maybe here's some things that you can hold off for a while. So that's what customers are really looking for us for right now. So the service, whether it's above ground or underground customers, the needs typically are the same, but the services delivered might be a little different depending on the equipment. Yeah, the solutions that we would look at for customers are definitely extending benchmark hours on components. Our experts talking to the customers and say, look, you got a piece of equipment that might be 70 or 80,000 hours on it. Here's the condition of it, and maybe here's 10 things that are concerns for you, but maybe we can let 3 or 4 go, and we got to fix a couple things that could be horrendous for the customer. Again, it's about most of our equipment is all primary movers. It's got to be there to produce the ore. So it's all about solutions where we can extend service intervals where we can, and that's the pressure on customers right now that we offer for them. Well, I think the good trends for the customers, this cycle has forced everybody to, again, get focused on operating costs. That was always there. But I think the emphasis right now for the Canadian miners is everybody has to be lowest cost per ton. So when we come out of this, the Canadian miner is going to be well positioned worldwide. I think that's number one. Number two, the trends that we do see is for customers to take their employees away from the face from a safety standpoint. So there's a lot of emphasis on automation, emphasis on ore movement, not necessarily with trucks, but with automated conveyor systems. Definitely getting employees away from the face from a safety standpoint. We're seeing trends in underground where, air movement and the cost of getting air down to the mine's expensive. So we're seeing a lot more focus on battery technology to get diesel engines out of there as well. So that's a couple trends we're seeing. Definitely we see customers moving away from lead acid, definitely with the hydrogen issue with those. So you're seeing, and definitely in our company, we're spending a lot of time and resources to get to a battery technology that are self-contained, don't produce any harmful or explosive or poisonous gases. And you're probably going to see where customers need to get a full shift on those batteries, and that's a problem now. You're seeing a move towards, in a few years, they'll get a full operation or shift with self-contained batteries that don't need as much dedication to them, and where the customers can get away those harmful gases and poisonous gases out of the mine. We see the trend right now is probably for the next 12 to 18 months going to be in the same situation. We see demand and supply coming around probably in the mid to late 17. We see then the industry to come around. But again, you know, we're a face of what our customers are telling us, and they're telling us in the next 12 months is going to be pretty difficult yet.